Madam C, and welcome to Go Japan at Brands Hatch. I am here in crutches today, but let's go inside and check out the Japanese cars on display. Oh, hello. I've broken myself. There's a lot of people. Hello, how are you?
Where's Chloe?
Not here.
What happened?
So, new from this year, as you will have seen, we've got cosplayers greeting the guests at the show on the entrance. And as you walk in, you notice immediately the Love Heart exhaust on a Copen. And here is quite a cool combo. You've got all the K cars together, all in red. So you've got the Cappuccino, the Beat, and the AutoZam AZ1. I filmed the arrivals earlier. That was in a separate video, so go check that out. I did see a lot of Evos, and we're also celebrating 30 years of the R33 today, so there's going to be an R33 section today. Can you guess which car he owns? Is it obvious? Is it apparent? I'm glad that road legality is at the forefront of his mind as he entered the show with his number plate on the front of the car like a good boy. I think I've worked out which car's his. And for Subaru content, we have the brightest coloured camouflage I've ever seen. And rather than putting the sound system in the back of his Subaru, he's put it in the back of the Subaru on the back of his Subaru. A crocheted Subaru. And an explosion behind. Oh, I'm going to slowly go over there. I'm going to watch out for these barriers so I don't hurt my other foot. Garfield's bringing you... Wait, that's not Japanese. That seems to be a trend so far today. I've seen a lot of non-Japanese cars at Go Japan. So that revving has now stopped. So unfortunately my hair has been cut quite recently, but here we are in the MX-5 section with this happy monster and an intruder. I mean, it's not as big as an intruder as the M1 something I over there with the girl on it, but they call it the Yarust, not the Yaris, and that's been put into wood so it doesn't rust, ironically. The rest of it is rusty on purpose. I see what's happened here. He's got rid of the fog light for that clean look on the rear bumper, then put some reflectors there for good measure and patched it up with some cable ties. Can someone answer this? Is it just the UK that has mascots on a car? This one's just got a Tigger. Normally it's more of a theme. He also benefits from a ball of masking tape on the central... Oh no, it's Pikachu. But for something a little bit different, we've got this 350Z. Wheel is turned for the photo shoots. A bit like the Toyota camouflage wrap that they use for their GR models. But here's an MX-5 I want to have a better look at because it's got ITBs sticking out of the bonnet and something we didn't see when it was driving in, Lambo doors or going up doors. Erect doors. I like that. And a Dream Theater t-shirt. Yes. Oh good, there's Pikachu. Brands Hatch have been encouraging everyone to dress as cosplay today. I haven't seen too many other than the girls at the start, but I think I'm finding a few. It's a full outfit as well. It's actually drawn my eyes to the boosted EP3, so that's good. Whilst we're at the show and shine section, I want to go further down there, or at least try to as fast as I can, because we have some new arrivals. R32 GTR pulling in with the Honda NSX behind, so I'm going to limp myself down. Here we have the Honda NSX arriving. R32 is revving in the background as well. Passing by the GT Tuners Club stand with a yellow R34 GTR, a white one and a red one, all parked as one with the GTR, the Supra and another Supra parked either side of them. Always a great caliber of cars with this club. But back up at the show and shine section, we've got the very Japanese NSX Evo from Fast and Furious and the incredibly Japanese Ford Focus. You can tell it's a Japanese import car. It's got the square plate that's definitely meant to be there. There's no holes for any other type of plate, and it is a Japanese car. It's not a Ford, it's a Sky, the Sky Max Style 1.6. But here is a great example of the perfect colour theme, the mint green and the pink all the way round. We've got under the bonnet, on the rocker cover, and the shoes. It's definitely the greatest proportion of non-Japanese cars at a Japanese show. There is a BMW over there that we're going to look at in a bit because it's got a Japanese heart, is all I'll say. Micra 350, we'll look at that 350 later. The Micra brings us round to a Micra section, one that includes an off-roading Micra and a rainbow Micra. But coming back onto the bank, we have the 350Z as inspired by the Nissan GTR GT1 cars. That has such an extreme body kit on that car with that livery, looks incredible. We've also got some rather chunky exhaust pipes on the back of the Nissan as well, and the diffusers had to be modified to allow the air to slam it to the ground. It's next door to this MX-5, and next a makeshift handbrake in the form of a brick. Now, I mentioned mascots earlier, and purely because Subaru sounds slightly like Scooby-Doo, like slightly, everyone goes for I'm saying now, Scooby-Doos on their Scooby-Doos on their Subarus, or slightly next to their Subarus, as displayed by this more than life-size Scooby-Doo toy. That's been won at a carnival, hasn't it? In fact, I think I need a selfie with him. Just gonna slowly come down. Hello, mate. Doesn't say much, quite rude actually. But at the end of the Subaru section is where we're heading, because down there is the aforementioned BMW that I wanted to show you. But first, a car with some slightly young looking girls painted on the side and on the bonnet. But we have arrived at the BMW in question. It is a E92 with probably the widest arches I have seen on one of these before. But I'm hiding the number plate because that gives away the clue. Yeah, it's got a 2JZ in the BMW. This was originally a 330D, but now it's got a 2JZ with 742 brake horsepower. And surprisingly, around the rear, it's got twin pipes. That sounds like a single turbo M1 something I. Not that you heard much of it. 2 chases and a Golf, apparently. But in another canine section for solving mysteries and crime, we've got a very large spoiler on this example. Brave wheels too. But back into the flash car section, those wheels are astonishing, but not as much as that Skyline badge. I think that's probably come from the GT350s and maybe 370 GTs, and it's put on an SUV. I can't remember what these are called, but I don't think that's factory. It's not a Skyline. I refuse to know. I mean, it's sort of a similar generation and year to the GT370s, but no. Anyway, back to the Nissans. No, or at least ones that I'm more familiar with. 350Z with those wheels that I've never seen before, and a Rocket Bunny kit. But those stones be chipping. However, again, another Volkswagen at the Japanese shop. Why are they letting these cars? Who's on the gate? They need to be taken off, because that's not Japanese. We'll make up for it with the Mark IV Supras. There you go. Also, I've just noticed, round from the 300 ZXs, the Mark III Supra, there's another non-Japanese car, a V8 Vantage, and I can hear a revving Cobra over there. I'm sure some of you can see the irony or the fittingness of the fact there's a yellow 350, this is the Z section, and there's a Cobra. So this is a 1998 continuation chassis AC Cobra Super Blower built in Brooklyn. It's got a 5-litre V8 with a supercharger. And here is a 370Z Roadster with what look to be Ferrari F430 wing mirrors. Ah, the girls are on the prowl looking for some cars to spot. They found the Brands Hatch Circuit Experience section and the BC Racing stand. So that neatly moves us on to the main part of the show today, the R33 celebration. So we've got 30 years of the R33 generation Skyline being appreciated with a lineup of 33 GTRs, GTSTs, and a few R32s as well. We stalled it. I think there's a bit of a parade going on at some point, but this is the one I wanted to have a look at. That's very special. R33 GTR, along with the NSX and the 32 we saw arrive earlier. Twin plate clutch is being used. There they go. R32's heading out as well. Both of them. That's RV galore. Wow, parachutes. They want anti-lag to make us. It didn't go bang. Oh. I don't think he's allowed to do that. He doesn't like anti-lag. No revolutions here. Not at the racetrack, only on the streets, next to people's houses. Oh, it's time for another game of Guess the Driver or Guess the Driver's Car. Is it? I don't think it's the NSX. I think he actually does own an NSX, just not this one. But new to this year is the JDM Legends section, filled with the most legendary Japanese and JDM cars. We've got the Blitz R34, we can't go inside the pen, and then the R35 GT1 car. And of course, as part of the JDM Legends in this enclosed area is the Aston Martin V8 Vantage. This was actually the first ever single-make Aston Martin race series, and it took place in Japan. So that's why it's here. It kind of makes sense. But there is a chaser, because that is the most legendary JDM car, but it's not white. Oh, here comes Pikachu again, of course. Makes perfect sense. Those are the trainers Pikachu wears, in case anyone wondered. Ankles are a little bit slimmer than the rest of his torso. He's led me to this Corolla, though, so some positives have happened. Oh, there you go. Honda turbo-powered Corolla Estate. And you might not have realised, but behind the Corolla, we've got a few more of the models on the balcony. Oh, they've got a Japanese snack section with outfits. I could wear an outfit, and I absolutely would if I wasn't so broken. Unfortunately, we've got stickers and more outfits and keyrings, and snacks are just in the corner being crowded around. And you've got a little Japanese photo shoot bridge as well with props and some very fluffy boys. Oh, that's probably too saucy for YouTube. Oh, yeah, it's all pixelated, let's not. In the next tent, we have a car on display, more cherry blossom and more girls. This lantern's made to look like a pig. Oh, there's balloons! But we shall leave the Japanese anime for now, because Flash Cars UK with the 2JZ E92 are about to undergo a rev battle, and as we saw earlier, revving's not really advised here, so we'll see what happens. So we're starting off with a Celica with a flame kit. Okay, he's just warming up the competition. There you go, that's the sound of a 2J in the E92. Ate some super there. And now for something more familiar, a Toyota Chaser revving. I think he's expecting flames by the way he's looking behind. So now, the crowd is being drawn around the Chaser. You'll love it. So that was the rev off with Flash Cars UK. I've now joined another crowded section because are they judging the girls? It's a food eating competition. What are we eating? You don't know.
Actually trying a range of Maid Cafe classics such as omurice, melon soda, and fua fua pancakes.
Pancake? That sounds very pleasant.
Join us, please.
Shall I do it?
I've been roped into it. What's your name? Chris. Thank you for this. You've encouraged me. What are we eating? We don't know what we're eating. Melon soda. Melon? Eating
made rice.
Rice.
Omurice is a ketchup fried rice.
Ketchup? We like ketchup.
With a beautiful layer of egg. We will make it extra special by decorating
I haven't
it
had
with
lunch
ketchup
yet.
sauce,
Is this free lunch?
which is
Yeah, the free lunch.
way
Yeah,
of giving our food extra
No.
Ooh, we're going,
There's the food. That's lunch. How is this a competition? That looks lovely. Green soda. Pancakes. Whipped cream. Who's that for?
We have contestant number 3. What is your name?
I'm Adam with C.
Adam with a C?
Yeah.
Oh, what is your favorite car?
I love a white chaser.
Oh, a white chaser.
Yeah, being dressed up as well, so he's our green suit. So we've got some rice. This looks very, it's just, that's a British curry hidden under some pancake. Oh.
A special gift for
A special gift, you hear that?
Is it one of the girls?
So,
A new contender.
Luke,
Does he love a
your
chaser?
favorite car? Everybody go ooh ooh.
A Fiat Panda.
No!
So I've got a fox drawn on my pancakes. That's another fox on my other pancake. That's a rabbit, because rabbits say pyong pyong, apparently. And that says quack, because it's a duck. Is there a duck? With ears. That's a duck with ears. A duck with ears.
Everyone right in front. We're gonna go. Moi moi bee. Moi moi bee. Let's go! Stop! Go! We have everybody's going. Make sure you have your sodas. It is very fizzy. It is a lemonade. Make sure you all have a little snack and have a little sip of your melon syrup. Everybody, please buckle up. Be careful, please. Gotta start their pancakes. We are almost finishing with our pancakes, which leaves only the melon soda left. Fizzy drink in one go could be rather difficult. So we might get it. And of course, to really win, you have to stand up and say moi moi kill to make sure that all the food is all done. Oh, we're gonna get a winner. Congratulations! Of course, can we get our maids and boys to go grab everyone a participation prize? Their little tote bags. Thank you for visiting Go Japan.
And that is how not to pay for lunch. Cheers.
So there we have it, another eating competition this summer. The melon juice is lovely.
Thank you. I made it myself.
Well done. There we go, something else new for this year. The girls have had a great time and I've got some free booze. Now we should go down to the Reading skyline. So bye everyone.
The champion? What did you win? Oh, you win nothing.
But we have a whole section to look at, which begins with a lineup of fridges, including some modified ones. We've got body kits on the Toyota IQs. But I'm going to hobble over because I hear some revolutions of the cars. Oh no! Oh, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. It sounded good. Do it again. Yeah, thank you. Wow. Whoa, the Aston revving as well. Oh no, it's dived. Next up, the JZX 100 Mark II and the Yaris Grummanum. But just beyond, we've got the NSX section with 3 spokes and got the new one over there just around the back. Here is the NSX owned by the guy in the race suit we saw earlier, I believe. But I think my favourite of the bunch is this blue one. I found another non-Japanese car. It is a Vauxhall, but it has got Japanese on it. If you really dream and believe it, you can be whoever you want to be, like this 350Z who thinks he's an S15. But our final section is fronted by a Millennium Jade R34 with a bicycle on its roof. Through all the Civics and Civic Sidebars right to the bottom, we have the Blitz R34, definitely a favourite of mine of the day. But to conclude this video, we have the R33 30th anniversary going onto the track for their parade around Brands Hatch Circuit. Mixture of GTRs, GTSs, GTSTs. Ah, the V8's twin turbo one, I didn't notice it, I would have listened to it a bit more. Oh! Yes, that sounded even more. I should wave my crotching. More! Oh, he sent it! He sent it on. Are the others going to do the same? Yes. There they go. But after a very windy parade, watch from the grandstand, saw some flames from a blue one. Oh! They're about to come back in for the final drive past the crowd before they go home. So there is the BC Racing R33 race car. Sounds amazing. I want to hear the V8 one. I could hear it on track. There it is, twin turbo V8. Spooky. No one's being told off for revving anymore. Now it's the end of the day. There's some flames. But from Go Japan, that was pretty much that. that from our day, and Recreative Science have just given me this for my garage. I'd like to call it the paddock, and here we go. We have a sign for the paddock, so now it's definitely called the paddock. So thanks to everyone who brought their cars out of their paddocks. The R33s were especially good, and my foot was especially bad. So glad you enjoyed me eating the food as well. That's not going to become a trend, but couldn't miss an opportunity for free lunch. So follow me on all my social channels for the updates, highlights and pictures I take at meets like this and more. But for now, thanks for watching. Oh, hello, post-credits people. I'm back at home because I suddenly realised I didn't show you what was in my goodie bag. This is what I was given by the maids who hosted the eating competition earlier in the video, and the Skog has got it. This is younger Skog, and he's got this bag ready to show you what I've got. So there's a poster or a flyer. They are the maids. I don't think it's a sticker, but it might be a sticker. I think that's a little bag with a little cup on it. What else is... Oh, this feels like a sticker. They are the maids. Anime versions of the maids. This is all for basically getting a free lunch. A badge of the maids as well. There's quite a bit. Another badge. This one says words. Maid cow. Another badge. This one has another maid on it. Pleasant. I could wear 3 badges from this collection. Ah, yes, a keyring. Another one of the maids. Or maybe it is maid cow. Very exciting. This one, tape. This is tape. It says Mo, not to be confused by Mo from the Mo's Tavern. That's tape for, like, you know, parcels. This is Maids of England. There's that logo again. I think that might be a sticker. Before the last one, let's open this poster up and see what we've got. It's the maids, all of them together on an extra large maid from 2019. So nice and recent. Is that the last thing? Okay, the grand conclusion is... Feels like a photograph. Is it going to be of one of the maids? It's going to be... a photograph of one of the maids. Thank you.